Hi, this is Karen Kubicko, and today we're going to talk about, can you re-experience physical trauma when you remember a past life? So the simple answer is yes, but normally not always. It depends on how much healing you needed to have for that particular experience and how really deep you are and very lucid within that memory of that lifetime. I've had my own personal experience with that. In my first book that I wrote, 16 of My Past Lives, not all of them, but some of them, I definitely felt like something was going to happen. So I felt like sort of a pressure in my neck before I was hung, but I didn't actually feel all of that. Because what's interesting, whenever you go through a past life death, this is very interesting to me, the spirit part of you, especially when there's going to be a trauma, knows on some level that you're going to have pain and suffering occur, and that spirit part of you jumps out of your physical body so you don't even have to experience the pain. Which helps a lot of people who have known folks to pass over in this lifetime, and they've had a very traumatic ending to their life, where in my understanding, in my experience, when that does occur, if something's very traumatic, you are out of the physical body. So they're not feeling all that pain and all that suffering. So keeping that in mind, that does happen when you're remembering a past life. You are not within your physical body, so you're not always experiencing that pain. Now, I did have a memory of sliding down a hill and bumping into rocks. I literally could feel all the rocks and branches that I hit when I was sliding down. That was not the moment of my death, but I was so deep in that hypnotic state that I was remembering all that type of thing. I've helped other people where they've remembered like aches or pains or injuries and stuff like that. It might not have been their exact death, and it certainly is not to the degree that they had experienced it in that particular lifetime. It's maybe a tiny bit of it, or if you had to look at a percentage, instead of 100% of the pain that you had experienced in another lifetime, you experienced maybe like 10% of it, maybe 20 at best. Because what's happening is that there's that memory in your energy, the energetic part of you that's coming forward. If you want to hear more topics on past life regression and how you can help yourself heal on a deep inner soul level, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. So what happens whenever you are going through a traumatic experience in a past life, or something that caused you some aches and pains in some kind of way, you'll feel like a slight pressure maybe in that area. Sometimes. I mean, not every person does. You might just have that come to mind, that you know something happened to your hand or arm or whatever the case may be, but normally that just goes away in a moment. It's very quick. It doesn't last. It doesn't stay with you. That pain sometimes is your memory, some people call it a cell memory, but really it's on a spiritual level, your soul arc field, energetic level of you that has that memory of it. And maybe in this lifetime you have weird arm pain, let's say, for example, and you remember a lifetime where your hand or your arm was hurt. And then when you're finished with that regression, if you've done the forgiveness work for whatever caused that ache or pain, then that energy is transformed and transmuted, if you will, back to the highest healing that you can be in, and you no longer have that experience anymore. When someone comes to a traumatic end to their life, most people choose not to even re-experience that at all. They skip it over when they're remembering a past life. They go to, now I see nothing, that type of reaction, and they move on to another lifetime or go back to a healing space that I take them to begin with. So if you are at all hesitant about trying a past life because you're afraid that you're going to re-experience some type of trauma, or maybe explain why you have a birthmark or some other signifier that maybe is a clue as why you might have this happening on your physical body now, and you want to explain it in a past life, your higher self will protect you from anything you're not ready for. So if you want to experience a past life and maybe your arm was hurt, you have the choice, because it's all your free will choice, to experience just viewing that lifetime from above, so you're not within your body, or you have the choice of experiencing it as if you are seeing out the eyes of the person that you were in another lifetime, and you might have a slight ache or pain because of it. It certainly is nothing like what you had experienced at that moment in that past life. It's all for your healing. It's all to help you understand and to explain anything to you that is for your own deep inner healing. If you'd like to give it a try, click the link at the end, and I have a video on how to remember a past life in 25 minutes.